We're live.
Hello, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm back with my girlfriend, Diana. We haven't had a show together in a while.
Oh my gosh.
We've had the dream show, but we haven't been able to catch up. So yeah. So here we are.
It's good to see you this way. In case you're all wondering, we solved the whole world's problems.
We did.
Before you came on.
Yes, we solved all the world's problems, and so just trust us. Everything is taken care of. Yeah. Hello, Leah. Hello, Linda, and Sonia, and Charlie, and other Sonia. No, same Sonia. Sorry. Yeah. Nice to see you. I'm glad you're all here. Yeah. And I hope your job is going well, Sonia.
Yes.
Yeah, because she was just better. Yeah.
Good job. Cool.
Mm-hmm. And Wiki. Yeah, Maureen. Nice to see you. So Diana and I, we as you probably remember very clearly, we bust out in song sometimes when we think of songs that we like, but we keep them as short as possible so we don't get dinged. And so today we decided that we would, well, actually it wasn't today. We talked about this about a month ago, I think.
Yeah.
And we said, why don't we do some protest songs? Because we'd like to do more than just that. We're going to do some other ones, hopefully later. And hello, James. Hello, Pamela. Hello, Ralph. Hello, Cheryl. It's nice to see you all. Magical Mermaid. Yes, I'm not a sports fan, but I was happy the Seahawks won because the owner hates somebody that I don't care for as well. And the Patriots guy, he's a MAGA. So
yeah.
Anyway, but hi, Mary.
I was glad for the Seahawks too. My understanding is they dominated. I didn't get to
watch they did. It. Well, I didn't watch it, but I saw they were like 29-7 or 23-7.
Sounds like a Lions score.
It was, yeah. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. So I want to just give you a little bit of a background on some of the lineage of protest songs. And there's going to be protests for different things. We're going to see protests that are spiritual protests. That would have been African-American slave protest, of course. We have protesting wars. We have protesting any other political thing. And if you remember correctly, Black Lives Matter and George Floyd, women's rights, because I just thought of another one, Helen Reddy, I Am Woman. So, all these things.
Burn the bra.
That's right. All these things can definitely do that. Hello, Sori. Hi, Kay Muldoon. Be the first one on your block to bring your boy home.
Oh, you see, somebody did it already. Because that's the one song I didn't put on the list. And couldn't and meant to do that, but Country Joe and the Fish. Country Joe.
That's right. That's right. And Paul, hello, dear. It's Liam's birthday. He's 17 years old. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. It's okay, Paul. Thanks for checking in. And I hope everybody's doing okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Liam. Yeah.
Yes, happy birthday, Liam.
Yeah. Arlo Guthrie. Yeah. Hi, Carl.
You think I'm going to hang myself? I'm just sitting over here on the Group W bench. You think I'm going to hang myself for littering?
We're actually talking about protest songs today, Carl. But happy birthday, dear. And yeah, you're going to be 29 again. You're just so young, Carl. It's great to see you. Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
And let's see. Sunday, Bloody Sunday by U2. And hello, Paul, White Dragon. Yeah. So when you start to think about some of the songs, they're not necessarily sung in a protest. So these are more that are sung in protest, I think. Don't you think so, Diana?
Well, a couple of them were sung while we were marching because I was there marching. And
okay. Yep. And there's the poem Strange Fruit. Yes. Yep. And there you go. We were talking about that, Charlie. We really were.
Yeah.
We love that song.
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
Country Joe and
Yep.
the Fish.
Give peace a chance. Yes. So,
Imagine the people.
Oh, I see, Carl. I'm sorry, dear. And for me, I had to change my time because of things that have happened in my life. So hopefully I'll be back and we'll be in the same time zone. Yes, Barry McGuire, Eve of Destruction.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's another war.
Sky Pilot.
Sky Pilot.
Sky Pilot.
Yep. Oh my goodness, lots of birthdays. Happy birthday to everybody. Mary and Sori and Carl and anybody else celebrating within the next few days. Harper Valley PTA. Well,
yeah,
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
That's a "I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar" song.
Yeah. John
no crap about
John Prine. Okay. Emperor's New Clothes. Wow. For what it's worth, we're going to talk about that one. All right.
Absolutely.
So we've got these spirituals and sacred resistance that started in 1700s.
Yeah.
And continued into the early 1900s. Go down Moses, wade in the water, we shall not be moved. And it's the enslaved mystic, resistance through spirit, prayer, and coded song. So that's sort of, I mean, I'm sure there were probably other things before that, but then we had the folk revival, like Blowing in the Wind. This Land Is Your Land, Woody Guthrie, right?
Yeah, Woody Guthrie.
And one of the songs that I picked to talk about was "We Shall Overcome."
Yes,
and it has roots in African American spirituals and labor movement hymns.
Yep.
And it became the anthem of the civil rights movement. That's why we still sing it. Yeah, and it's fairly easy for collective resilience and moral certainty that justice will prevail. And if you can't think of another song, that's a good song to sing no matter what,
Yeah.
So then after that came, let's see, I don't know these songs. So my son loves Rage Against the Machine, but Killing in the Name.
Get up, get down with the sickness.
This Is America by Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
All Right by Kendrick Lamar. And Born This Way, Lady Gaga, which is a LGBTQ protest song. And I guess she was there with Bad Bunny yesterday, is what I heard. Lady Gaga was. Yeah.
I had started to watch it, but I didn't finish the whole halftime thing. So I don't know if she shows up then or not. But
so the newest song would be "The Streets of Minneapolis" by Bruce Springsteen. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. It's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw that he had a different rendition of "The Streets of Minneapolis" in 2020 for the George Floyd protest. So you may have heard that one.
Yeah.
And "Glory" by John Legend, and "I Can't Breathe" by H.E.R.
Well, "I Can't Breathe," that's George Floyd.
Right. So I just wanted to give a little background on that. I'm going to let Diana talk about a couple of, and then we'll talk together about the rest of it.
Yeah. Okay. So the first one I want to talk about is one that is from the 1700s, and it's a Scottish song. And I sent the link if you wanted to be able to put it in the chat. But if you oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of the website. It's on YouTube. It's a guy playing the fiddle. He's from Appalachia. And it is Jamie McPherson.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jamie McPherson's Lament. So if you type that in, the video will probably come up. It's a fiddle player. Now, who Jamie McPherson was the offspring of a Scottish woman and a gypsy man. And back in those days, it was against the law to be a gypsy in Scotland. You were not legal to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a civil rights issue. And so his father died, And when his father died, the rest of the brothers and sisters and all the others had said, well, he's not going to stay here. We're going to have to get rid of this guy. And so they did everything that they could to get him irritated and hang him, which they did. Now, he was a very fine fiddle player. He was a fantastic musician. So on the day that he's to be hung, he takes his fiddle and says, will someone take up my fiddle and play from now on? Take my fiddle and play from now on. And no one would take his fiddle because he's of gypsy blood. So he took the fiddle and he broke it over the head of his executioner. And that began this lament that Robert Burns wrote a poem about. And that poem, put to the music that McPherson played, became the battle cry of the American Revolutionary War for many, many soldiers because they came from Scotland. And one of my favorite lines from the poem itself was, oh, what is death but parting breath? Oh, many a bloody plain. I've dared his face, and in this place I scorn him yet again. So that is that constant we have to keep fight up whether we like it or not. It's not about anything but keeping our sanity and protecting ourselves. So that was one of the oldest. And then the next one was one that you'd already brought up too, which is We Shall Overcome. That was a song that was originally written in 1900, and it was about, it was a gospel song, and it was no more, the music is No More Auction Block for Me. That was the title of the gospel song to begin with. And it became this battle hymn of We Shall Overcome. And Pete Seeger sang it for Martin Luther King in 1957. And then Joan Baez sang it for the DC March in 1963 on August 28th. And that was a big march, very big march for all of us. And then just because you mentioned Arlo, well, Woody is all over, and Woody is Arlo Guthrie's dad. And Woody Guthrie is all over the protest songs from the Boxcar Children to today, because he wrote a song that I couldn't quite get the date. I think he wrote it in 1951, and it is called Ain't Got No Home, Old Man Trump. This is about Fred Trump and his bigotry and racist housing practices and discrimination and trying to bring segregation to the North. And it's all about Daddy Fred Trump. And so you can go on YouTube and type in Old Man Trump, and you will see it being performed. Woody himself never performed it because he had committed himself to a sanitarium because he saw the signs of the mental problems that his mother had showing up in him. Now, Bob Dylan went and visited Woody over and over and over and over for years. And
he's in the movie doing that.
Yes. It's a wonderful movie. I can't remember the name of the hospital, but you can find that on YouTube as well. And then Bob Dylan's first crack at a huge protest song is The Times They Are A-Changing. And that was all about our self-conscious protest and how we were going from this, you know, the joy of the end of World War II and the American dream and blah, blah, blah. But my generation, which is, he wrote this in 64, and my generation was aware of the inequality of the races, and not just the brown and the black, but also the yellow and the Native American, and we were made so aware of that. So through that, we were absolutely working on changing way back in 1964. And then came For What It's Worth. And this was the Stephen Stills. I know this is important to me because it's the first song I sang on stage. Well, it's the second song I sang on stage. The first song was Gloria. But this one is Tin Soldiers and Nixon coming.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Ohio. I'm sorry.
No, you're thinking of
in here.
Yeah, Buffalo Springfield. Yeah.
Ain't exactly
clear.
It's so important because this was the prelude. He wrote this in 1966 during the curfew riots that were going on in LA, and the curfew had been put into place because the hippies were down there protesting the Vietnam War. And what's important about this is that it's Buffalo Springfield, but guess who the top two stars are of Buffalo Springfield? Stephen Stills and Neil Young, who went on to be CSNY, right?
Right.
So it was all about protesting the Vietnam War. Stephen Stills was lead guitar and vocals. Neil Young was also lead guitar. Richie Furay was rhythm. Bruce Palmer is the bass. And Dewey Martin, it was the drum player. So what an important song, right?
And I'm hearing it played a lot now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a wonderful song for now, just because there is a man with a gun over there.
Yeah, exactly. And we're carrying signs, mostly saying hooray for our side.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So then I found, there's a couple of them, but the one that was kind of appropriate for the generation of the 60s is called Mr. Backlash, Backlash Blues. And that is by, what's her name? Why could I draw a blank on her?
Not Nina Simone? No.
Yes, thank you. I couldn't get out of the letter L. I don't know why I couldn't get past the letter L. Probably because Langston Hughes wrote a poem. So here's
I love Langston Hughes.
Yes, and here's another piece of poetry that was put to music. They collaborated on this. The original poem was mostly about segregation and how, and it even says there's no help for the colored people. And oh my gosh, I haven't heard that term in so long.
Oh, I know.
And like I curled up reading it, like, ooh, that's disgusting.
Joan Baez. Was it Joan Baez? Okay. Garnet said, I don't know.
Joan Baez, she may have sang this, but it's Nina Simone song.
Nina Simone song.
Nina Simone collaborated and added the lyrics that make it part of the Vietnam and all of the races. And it's Mr. Backlash, just who do you think I am? You raise my taxes, freeze my wages, and send my son to Vietnam. You give me second-class houses and second-class schools. Do you think that all the colored folks are just second-class fools? And it goes on. And you can find all of these songs on YouTube if you want to hear them, especially if you're not familiar with them. But there's nothing like the sultry voice of Nina Simone.
That's true. That's true. Wow.
And then there's Fortunate Son.
And you know what? I thought of remember when we didn't want to, but we sent people over to Iran and Afghanistan after people were bringing that song up and they were saying, I ain't no senator's son, you know, and they interviewed Joe Biden at that time. Joe Biden was the only senator who he didn't send him, but whose son was sent in to fight. Usually nobody goes if they're in politics.
And that's exactly what this song is
yes,
about.
It is. Yeah.
The contrast of those who are exempt and those who are not exempt. If you had money or a senator's son, you were exempt, right?
Right. Or bone spurs.
Or bone spurs. Or we're in college, but who could afford to go to college?
I know.
And if you didn't maintain your grade and you got into college on a scholarship, you got, you know, there was no Pell Grants back in the 60s, was there? No.
Yeah.
So, some folks inherit the star-spangled eyes. Ooh, they send you down to war, Lord. You get the star-spangled eyes. You don't get
the... Yeah.
Right. And then comes your favorite, Ohio. Now, I was supposed to go there that day, but lo and behold.
Oh, were you?
Broken down car, you know, the hippie, it was written in 1971. So I was like 21 years old, going on 22. And so we didn't go. And it was May 4th.
5th.
And 5th. And Nixon says, shoot them. And they did. And 4 dead students in Ohio.
It reminds me of the idea that what just happened with Preddy, but not, I mean, that was deliberate, but one guy shot off their gun and then that was it.
Right.
And those 4 students at Ohio State, 4 dead in Ohio. I was in high school and I remember when that happened, and I didn't put that song together with that because I thought it said, "Oh, Daddy, you're my own," and it was 4 dead in Ohio. I don't know how I ever got that one, but those kids were younger, probably your age or younger.
They were absolutely. They're college students, you know. So I'll never forget that picture that was under the headlines on every newspaper in the city. And it's the girl who finds her dead on the ground. One of you found her dead on the ground. You know, it just got to get down to it. Soldiers are cutting us down. Should have been done long ago. I'll shut up now.
But I know. Yeah, it's just, I'll never forget it. And actually, when I was teaching in the classroom, I would do on May 5th, I would always do, and I would tell them, just as you had said, most song lyrics are really beginners as poetry. They really are. They're very, very close. And then and actually that's what Bernie Chopin, Elton John did. One of them did the lyric and one of them did the music to it. So,
right.
Yeah.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
And Bob Dylan, he's a poet before he was a musician.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's 5-6 chords and that was the end of his. Not truly.
My goodness.
I mean, he was a piano player. But
Maureen was born on May 5th, 1970.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
I forgot. Yes, that's right.
Wow. Yep.
And then the last one, well, it's not the last one because Bruce Springsteen is the most recent one that we've gotten as far as mainstream. And there's so many thousands we haven't even covered. But American Woman, now that started out, it's Randy Bachman, Burton Cummings, Gary Peterson, and Jim Cale made the Guess Who. Well, they're also, you know, kind of Bachman Turner Overdrive. So when he did this song in 1970, they were fiddling around on stage and then they started playing it, and it turned into be a song, and then lyrics came with it. And originally it was written as a song that was meant, you know, stay in your own backyard. Those guys are Canadian, and it was like, marry a Canadian woman. Don't go looking for an American woman. And, you know, that made sense here because I'm growing up in Detroit. All I got to do is swim a mile across the river if I want. And I'm in Canada. So it ended up being a protest song because the night that they performed it live for the first time, they realized that everybody in the audience thought it was about American woman. You keep your war over there. Don't drag us over into Vietnam.
Yeah.
And so because of that, it ended up being a battle cry song.
Yep.
And that to me, it still makes sense that it was, because I think Canada did end up in Vietnam, but they didn't ensue a draft to get there.
Right. And they took in all our boys that didn't want to go, conscientious objectors, and they told them they'd never come home again, remember?
Oh, and so many of them did not, you know, because if they did, they'd have to go to jail anyway.
Yeah, that's very true. I'm going to just highlight a few of everybody's telling me, you know, in the chat.
I'm sure.
Let's see what we got. We got Give Peace a Chance, of course. That's beautiful. We have Barry McGuire, Eve of Destruction. Yeah, that's a really powerful song. Yeah.
Very powerful.
War.
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
Good God, y'all.
This one here, Harper Valley PTA, it's a different type of war protest, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah, right? We're going to burn our bras over that one.
Uh-huh.
If you smell Nellie Thompson's breath again, you'll see she had a little nip of gin.
What's this? Peace Frog by the Doors?
Oh, yes. Okay. I couldn't sing it for you, but yes, exactly.
We Will Overcome. Let's see. Pete Seeger. Yep. Get Together by the Young Bloods.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If I Had a Hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This one, I never thought of it, but absolutely right. 99 Luftballons.
There you go. Yes.
And yes.
What's going on? Oh, even Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Do you think of some of the lyrics that are in the rest of that song? Freedom. How many freedom songs are there? Richie Havens, freedom.
Yeah.
You know,
and then Beyonce has that one that Kamala used.
Yes.
Well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Bob Marley.
Yep. Look who. Get up, stand up. Oh, goodness.
Are y'all singing yet?
Get an earworm going. I Am Woman by Helen Reddy. Yes. Actually, I remember seeing Helen Reddy's son talking about her, and his name is Jordan something or other, and he's like a friend of mine on Instagram, you know, but it's just kind of cool.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the band? Yes. Is that what you're talking about? Or were you answering a question, Sonia? All right. I don't know. So I know there was a band called Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. There's a band called Yes.
Then there's the Peace Train and the Love Train.
Yeah. Peace Train. Get on the Peace Train.
What's
Cat
this?
Stevens.
Reflected from the mountain so all souls can see it. Okay.
I love it.
One tin soldier rides away.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Everybody look what's going down.
That's For What It's Worth. I'm sorry. Oh. Yes, For What It's Worth.
All right. And then we have this one is definitely We Didn't Start the Fire. I love that.
It was always burning.
Somebody said they're going to update that. Billy's going to update that song because that was quite a while ago. And boy, there's enough things to put on there.
Yeah.
The Queen's Soldier by Susan Vega. All right.
Yes.
I love this. Yeah, I guess you're right. You know, because we'd have to go like this.
Ew. Ew. Ew.
Oh my God. Yeah. and we're living here in Allentown. Imagine. Yeah, I think you're right.
Imagine all the people.
Crown of Creation by Jefferson Airplane.
Oh my God, how many did they do? Whew.
Richie Havens, Freedom.
There you go. Thank you, Garnet. Yes.
Pigs, Pink Floyd. I'm not familiar with that one, but okay.
I think it's on the Brick and Wall.
Oh, it is. I love that song.
I think it's on there.
We don't need no education.
Yeah.
My favorite part is you can't have any pudding if you don't eat your meat. How can you have pudding if you don't eat your meat? Oh, it's funny. Hendrix, Freedom. All right. Let's see. It's the story of
in the sand, slip in the sea. Eventually, another Hendrix. Yeah.
Hi, Nat. You're the voice, Johnny Farnham. All right. That's great. 9 to 5. Well, it's a different kind of protest.
Yeah, working 9 to 5. 25, 25. Oh my
I was singing that last year in the year 2025.
Yep.
Yep. Another brick in the wall, Jill. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I like this one. I won't back down.
And
Kelly's still here. She loves Tom Petty.
Down. Yeah. Oh my gosh. On one of his last 2 albums, the one that has the crazy Hypnotique, I think is the name of the album. He's got some protest songs on there. Leningrad, Billy Joel. This Gun's for Hire.
Dancing in the Dark.
Yep.
Oh, Clash is your favorite. Oh, wow. War is Not the Answer by Marvin Gaye.
Yep. You guys are good.
Yeah. Phil Collins, Land of Confusion.
Yay.
Led Zeppelin, The Battle of Avonmar.
Yeah. Oh God, I was just.
Oh my God, you guys! They didn't give us all this in our research, but you know what's really, really cool about this Streets of Minneapolis? He was able to make that song, the lyrics to that song fit. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. And, you know, somebody will say, oh, it's the same notes and all that. Well, that's what protest songs are like anyway, because you're trying to get people to come in.
You know, that's a prime example of it.
Yeah. Yep. So there was something else that I wanted to say.
You know, you got to keep it simple because the crowd starts singing it. And for what it's worth, I sang that on the streets. I can guarantee you I was carrying signs, mostly saying hooray for our side.
Yeah.
But it's simple enough that everybody knew it. And so all you have to do is get one wave going. And the next thing you know, you got a round going, right?
Yep.
Teddy Pendergrass. Yeah, wake up.
Yeah. So the song that Bruce is talking about criticizes ICE, CBP, and U.S. immigration policy and the dishonesty that surrounds it. It criticizes political leaders and institutions. He says King Trump in it. I had no idea that it was Fred Trump, and I just find that to be unbelievable. Wow.
These are the lyrics to the most recent one.
Okay. Okay.
So I printed out all the lyrics because you know me, if I don't know them, I got to learn them. Or be able to.
Yeah. And it says here where it sits in protest history is it's the 21st century descendant of We Shall Overcome and Ohio. You know, that's
21st century schizoid man. There's another one.
Okay. Yep.
21st century schizoid man.
America, Neil Diamond, the Beastie Boys, you got to fight for the right to party.
Yeah. Well, and basically we do because we have to fight to vote. That's a party. So You know, there's so many play on words when you start looking at these songs and playing with these songs and playing with lyrics.
So let's take a little bit. I'd love to hear what you guys think about where are we going with protest songs. And it says here, this is an emerging phase, and it made sense to me because it says, this could be what comes up next. Songs about AI, songs about surveillance, climate change, and spiritual alienation. And that would be right up, you know, what we're dealing with right now, not just what's going on in America, really. Or perhaps even a protest against child trafficking or, you know.
Oh, yeah. And Leah added, why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? And then Curtain of Iron by Kansas.
My Rainbow Race, Pete Seeger, what a song, makes you cry every time.
Yep. Waist High and the Big Money, another Pete Seeger tune. That one was about that river over Penn. Penn. So.
Oh, wow. Leah saw 200 middle school kids protesting, walking during school hours. Police were escorting.
That's sweet.
They got to learn. They got to learn.
Sweet.
Yeah. You're right, Magical Mermaid. It does sound like a real spiritual alienation is a real thing, but it sounds like an oxymoron. It really does.
It is, because if we think about how many people on that other side are into marrying 14-year-old girls, brothers and sisters and brothers, and I mean, marrying family members, marrying your sister, marrying your father, marrying you. Yeah. And you're his daughter. Yep. I mean, weird shit. Sorry.
Well, and that happened actually, remember, with John from the Mamas and the Papas. He was with his daughter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mackenzie.
Yeah. Mackenzie Phillips.
Uh-huh.
Well, and Pete Seeger himself.
Oh, really?
He was a child molester.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And he wasn't found out until later in life.
Like many of these other ones.
Yeah. Getting ready to kick the bucket, you know?
Yeah. Yes. Well, they're saying Lex Wexner, he can't travel because he's old now. So they have to go to him. And I'm thinking, make him go. Make him go. Why should he not suffer after what he did with all these little girls?
Exactly.
Oh, it makes me so. Yes, I know that. I have to say that Deepak Chopra is in the Epstein files.
You know what? I stopped listening to him years ago.
Okay.
Something about him became sleazy. Mm-hmm. When you know, when Oprah went off the air, something about him changed. And
it's interesting because she promoted Dr. Oz, the Pillow Guy, and Deepak, and the crazy Dr.
Bikram.
Phil and Bikram. All those people, she didn't see through their veneer. It's amazing.
And you know what? She was a victim herself.
Right.
And look what happens. You become the victim and you don't even know. You always think that this person is not, especially those who come up with this holy essence about themselves. And then they end up being the worst.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And lately, every time he shows up in Deepak shows up in the feed or comes in with a short, he's mumbling. Him and his word salad, it's nothing but mumble. You can hardly understand what he says. How high is he? What's he on?
So I know that this is alleged, and like everybody else that we have to say that, but wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. He said, "Get me a little Israeli girl, would you?"
Oh, geez.
I think it was Adam Mockler or
Mhm.
Aaron Parnas that had read that in
Oh,
the
okay.
Bible.
Hmm.
One of the two of these younger guys.
Hmm. I don't know. She recently went to an ashram in India for 7 days retreat to clear her spirit. She would have to if she found out that these people were that she put her trust in, I would imagine. Yeah. Yeah, Nate, the designer. Yes, and he actually lost his partner, Nate, the designer, did in Fifi Island in that
Yeah.
Christmas tsunami. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Angela. It's nice to see you, dear. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty awful. The stuff is pretty awful. But here's another thing they're saying, that maybe protest songs will blend sacred ritual activism and digital collective singing. I thought that was great. So we get to sing. And then it says protest as collective consciousness engineering. These are just ideas that are maybe floating in the ethers, but yeah. This man really did well yesterday, is what I heard, because I just caught a little bit of it. But they said that more people watched him than any other person ever.
Well, even his orangeness was watching him and not
I know.
the
I
Rock.
know. That's because the cheerleaders had their butts in the air, you know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
For sure.
No, I do too, Cher. I hope she didn't know. I do. Yeah. 135 million people. Yeah, that's amazing. That's half of our country if it was just here. We have 270 million, I think. Something
Wow.
like that. Yeah. Yeah, it was a protest, but it was it was disguised as or portrayed
Entertainment.
more as love and union. Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting.
Well, and I caught a piece because it's on YouTube. I caught a piece of Kid Rock's performance, and of course he's lip singing.
Well, what is
Oh,
the only thing I can think of is that he stole somebody's riff, and then we were drinking funny things and we were smoking funny things, and it's like he
yeah,
doesn't have any.
and
Yeah.
he's from Birmingham, but he's a Detroit boy.
Oh yes, I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
yeah.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
nephew went to high school with him,
Oh, okay.
and
Wow.
he's a rich boy,
He's a
a
rich boy,
snotty
huh?
little rich boy
Uh,
who did stupid things in high school too, stupider than the average.
yeah. Wow. Yeah. Oh, I know. Noam Chomsky, my son adores, he's brilliant and he
Yeah,
loved reading all of his stuff. But I'm wondering, and they also had Stephen, the really smart guy that was crippled up and
Hawkins, Stephen
Hawking.
Hawkins.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you have to wonder, were they just I think he was at the
Well,
island.
did you watch the movie about him? He was pretty sexually active and had an
Wow.
affair while he was in the chair. He had an
Okay.
affair, and of course, that woman became his second wife, and his first wife divorced.
I thought he had 4 wives.
Well, he
His wife.
might have.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
might have. I don't remember the whole film. I just know that he was like a horny little guy. So maybe he was there
Okay.
with this little horny guy.
I don't know. Oh, yes, Kid promotes pedo, yeah, in one of his songs. I heard that
Yeah.
he only likes underage girls or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I understand, Cher. I haven't read them all, but the nature of the emails does not leave room for misunderstanding. You're right. You're right.
Right.
No? Yeah. I know the whole thing it's so incredibly bad that it seems like it couldn't be real, but it is. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the hard part.
That's the hard part. I know. Yeah. So, what would you say that when you were protesting, Diana, did you chant things and sing things when you were doing
Yes.
it? Yeah.
hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go. And I remember this was just at the time when they were beginning to wear helmets. Now, mind you, we'd already had the National Guard on the streets because of the race riots that were going on when the 12-year-old boy was killed in 1967. So going down there and protesting in 68 and 69 wasn't a big deal. So we're down on Woodward, down by Wayne State University, protesting like crazy all up and down in front of the Art Institute and everything. And all of a sudden, these cops are standing in front of me, and they've got these shields and they've got these face masks. You can see them. Yeah. And they're my age. Yeah. Well, they look like my age. They weren't quite, but they're young. Yeah. They would have been in Nam if they weren't there. True. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And so you look at them, and I looked at that guy and I went, you need to be on this side. And it did leave a mark, because my first boyfriend was killed in Vietnam. There is no way I would ever judge any soldier that came back. And so it's horrific. It's kind of the reason why I stopped protesting back in those days, was because you're judging guys who have been forced to go over there. And how many of them did come home in a box? A lot of them. You know, and 18 years old, his first jump out of the plane, 77 guys were killed that day in that battle. And then a year later, practically to the day, his best friend was killed and his best friend was a medic. So war knows no difference as to who you are or what you are. And the people on the other side are mourning their family members who are killed also. And it's a matter of who's worse. And I just couldn't get involved in war, period. I can protest in my heart just as much. I can light a candle, because it's just as effective as standing down there in a crowd yelling. Sure, of course. Yeah. We reach an age where we can't and shouldn't. What my brother was first sent to Vietnam, he was 19, and and I was only 9 years old, or almost 10. We were 9 years apart, and it was a bad situation, but then he came home, and then he went back again in like 1966, and went back to doing the same thing, which was crash rescue. You go in and pull somebody out of a plane. Yeah. That's so dangerous. Unbelievably. Was he a chopper pilot, or he was? No, he wasn't a pilot. He was like a fireman, like crash rescue. Okay, yeah. And then it was like 1968 or 9. He said he wanted some new furniture, and if he re-signed up, they could afford to buy some new furniture. So he went the third time, and that's when Agent Orange and Jungle Rot took over, and he had a lot of psychological issues for the rest of his life, really. It was a mess. Lou Gehrig's disease, there's been such an uptick for the boys that were in Vietnam. It's blamed on that agent. Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow. But I remember being like the only kid in school, and I wasn't, but I felt like the only kid in school that had a brother over there or a cousin or whatever. And everybody else was like, oh, Vietnam, it sucks, and the soldiers are all killers. And I would bawl my eyes out because, of course, my brother was over there. Right. And it was really, really difficult. So they had a protest for the war. And while they were doing that in the gymnasium, we had to wear dresses all the time. So the girls added in a protest. They wanted to wear pants. And I was so
goody two shoes, I refused to go. I went to class because I didn't want to get in trouble. But that was about the same time. It was in, I was a freshman from 69 to 70, basically.
Well, your brother then was older than me, that he did 3 tours of duty from 64 to 68, 69.
Yeah, he was born in 46. Yeah.
So, I forgot what I was going to say, but I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, well, it'll come back. I'll text you when I remember.
Okay. Middle of the night. I believe that, Cheryl, because my brother was so traumatized that he was afraid to go to sleep at night. And so he would have his 3- and 5-year-old sons patrol the hallway of the house. They had to take turns at night to do that. That's how crazed my brother was at the time. Wow. And, became an raging alcoholic and everything else. Fortunately, by the end of his life, he was the calmest, kindest person you ever met. And it was like somebody flipped a switch. I don't know if it was medication that helped or what, but he was angry, and everybody spit on him when he came home, as you well know, because everybody did that with the Vietnam vets. But if you get called to go and you're in the service, you don't have a choice. You can't.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't. And I think about Ernesto because we grew up in rough neighborhood, right? And his dad insisted that he go. So he was supposed to go in the Navy. And he didn't pass the entrance test. My cousin, Penny's husband, he passed the test, and Ernie and him were supposed to go in together. I can't imagine how bad his father felt, because his father insisted that he's going overseas. You're going in the Army. If you can't get into the Navy, because if you stay here, you're going to end up in jail, or you stay here, you're going to get in trouble and dead anyway. So can you imagine how bad his father felt?
Wow. It's awful.
Yeah.
And you're right, Charlie. The politicians manipulated us all. That's right.
Exactly. Yeah. And still
and
are.
They still do. Yeah.
And
Born on the 4th of July was really a eye-opening movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
Sure was.
Yeah. Since then I've studied history pretty exclusively, and it's World War I. I mean, the things that people were subjected to in World War I, with mustard gas and living in the conditions. And it was the first war from the sky, dropping bombs on people and stuff. Yeah. Just the whole thing it's hell. It is. It's horrible. That's why I don't like people taking for granted that we're going to go over here and we're going to bomb this and go over here and come on, Yeah.
And what for? To what end? Just to spend money? Because if you don't spend it, you lose it. Well, how about just feeding poor people all around the world?
Yeah. I just started. I never watched this show ever when it was on, and I just started watching it. It's going to take me lots of time to watch it, but I'm watching The West Wing.
Oh.
And I'm still in the first season in 1999, and the things that they're talking about and doing are so funny to me, because
we're so far beyond that now.
We're so far beyond that. But just the machinations in the White House, and Lawrence O'Donnell was a writer for that show. Yeah. So it's very interesting. Let me put it that way.
It was certainly a hook and line for me. I was
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was living right there, so it was very easy to get hooked on it.
Well, it's funny to see Elizabeth Moss. She had her teeth weren't fixed. They were had big gaps in them. And of course, Bradley Whitford. I told Keith, I said, you know who that is? And he said, no, he couldn't figure it out. Because he was so young. And I said, he was in Handmaid's Tale. He was one of the commanders.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and Nicole, what's her name?
Oh,
She was on.
really? Lawrence is going to play Jed's dad?
Oh.
Really? I didn't know that. I'll have to. Well, I don't think I've seen him yet, so hopefully. Yeah. Wow. No, I'd never seen it either, but we were running out of things to watch. And we really like to have something that has a lot of episodes because we're like, now what? Yeah.
How many times can you watch The Hobbit in one?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Now there's another protest song, Power to the People. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Diana and I are, we just love to talk about music, and we love that you love to talk about music. And so we're going to try to do some, I don't know, maybe we'll do Motown, and then we'll do soul music. I don't know, whatever, you know, we'll go through that. And try to bring, maybe once a month, Diana's going in for surgery next month. So there'll be a break, but we'll come back together when she's feeling better, and we will talk about music. And yeah.
Oh my God, yes. Hitsville,
USA. It is fun.
Imagine doing the blues.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Going all the way back to the 20s and Mavis Bell and oh my God.
Billie Holiday.
Billie. Lady Sings the Blues, Billie Holiday.
So your mom and her family were working in the fields in Oahu when Japan flew. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Wow.
Well, and I had an uncle who was on the ship that got exploded. He was a boxer, and it just so happened that he wasn't on board the ship that day. He was in the ring on the mainland, training for a fight.
Wow. You know, it just, you're where you're supposed to be.
Oklahoma kid.
Yeah. Although it seems quite odd now that Lutnick is in the Epstein files, and he was the only person that survived Cantor Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Kind of funny. Yeah. Oh, you had a few uncles you never knew who died in Pearl Harbor? Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Yeah, yes. Big band. We could do the big band too. Strange Fruit, Nina Simone. Yeah.
Does everybody know what this song is about? Because it is, I remember reading it as a poem, and it's all about how they used to string up African Americans in the South, and that it was strange looking fruit hanging from the trees. Yeah. There's so much. There's just so much. Yeah.
Oh, and I love you think of these atrocities that have gone on right under our noses, you know?
Yeah.
And so many of us have been victims of abuse, neglect, and so on and so forth. And we don't even realize it because it's been such a mainstream. Well, welcome to the 60s, because that woke up a lot of things that weren't right. Because here we are, those hippies from the 60s who recognized the abuse and the inequality. You're coming home from war. Glad you made it, Dad, because I wouldn't be here without it. But however, how come you're judging him because of the color of his skin? You guys are both working in the same warehouse. You guys are working on the same assembly line for Ford or Chrysler or GM plant, you know? So it just didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't. But, you know, unless you are, I'm not trying to make excuses for anybody, but unless you're called on it and you see the stupidity of it all, it's just what people do. And they did the same thing in categorizing the Irish and the French.
Yes.
And if you're Catholic or you're Protestant or you're Jewish, and it's like so much division, so much divisiveness in not only our country, but you know, and I don't want to go back there again. It's like we got out of that, not completely, but we did do something. Yeah.
Sure, I'm a dumb Polak or a Kashub because there's German blood, or God, I'm a Ruski because I have Russian blood in there too. But the thing is the whole world's a goddamn bully.
Yeah, you're right. You're
right?
Right.
Either suck up and take it on the chin and walk away from it, or, make it stop.
Yep. I'm not sure of this. Do you know this one? The Battle of Bossington, Kent. Herne Bay, last revolt on British soil, self-proclaimed Messiah. Sir William Courtenay led the revolt.
No, but what year was that?
Yeah, tell us. And is there a song about it? Or maybe that's the name of the song? I'm not sure.
The Battle of Bossington, Kent.
Yeah, we were taught division as children, but not just multiplication and division, but division. 1800. Oh, okay. All
okay.
Right. Yeah.
Like probably the last fight for the castle. Right? Is that right, Garnet?
Maybe.
Messiah Sir William Courtenay led the revolt. The Battle of Kent. Okay. I'll have to look that up. Oh,
I really like
put
learning.
That back up so I can take a screenshot.
Sure. Oh, here, let me put it back up again.
Can you?
Yeah. When I was able to, now I got to find it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. When I was taking my graduate degree, I got to learn about all kinds of world events. And I don't think in America we always learn about world events. We learn more about American history over and over again. Yeah.
And do we even learn that anymore? Is there such a thing as a government class? Who takes civics anymore?
I took it, but that was in 1970.
Yeah, right. And civics and government, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of squished in there with English.
Yeah, it is. I know. You were called a cracker? Wow. I'm surprised to hear that, Maureen. Yeah.
Well, I have a friend. Well, he died. He died after his second tour of duty in Vietnam. But he started a movement at Mackenzie High School. And I have another friend who lives up on the reservation who went to school with him. And he started the Blue Armband. And everybody who wore a blue armband was a peace-loving hippie and diffused the racial slurs and racial issues that were going on at Mackenzie High School back in 66, 67. And then he went off to Nam, and he was like the most peaceful hippie, and got drafted and had no choice but to go to Vietnam. Came home and was so broken, was smashed out of his mind and got into a car accident at an intersection 2 blocks away from his home, and died of a broken neck because who wore seatbelts?
Yeah, we didn't have them then.
No.
Yeah. So I just want to mention one thing, and everybody's giving credit to Billie Eilish from the Grammy Awards, who I like what she said, but she didn't make it up. No one is legal on stolen land.
That's right.
That isn't a new idea. And a lot of people are like criticizing her for saying it. And I mean, it was wonderful she brought it up.
Yeah,
it really was, because it's true. And they don't understand what that means. That's pretty sad.
Yeah,
that's pretty sad. But then at the same time, there was a young congressman who was going to be listening to Jack Smith, and he's there, and he's on the committee, that committee, and he says, "Who's Jack Smith?"
Where was that guy? Under a rock?
He was a Republican congressman. I think he may have been new, but he never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Oh my God.
And they say that most people only listen to 4 minutes of political news a month or a week or something like that.
Yeah.
So not enough. Yeah.
It's something crazy. I know Heather Cox Richardson said something about it the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe that.
I know.
Jack Smith.
If you're going to go to it's like Margie and Lauren Boebert. If you're going to go, you need to know. You don't have to be a lawyer, but you need to know some things.
Right. I mean, look at we got lawyers pretending to be lawyers that aren't lawyers. Jim Bag, what's his face?
Yep. Oh, Rossi, this is, I don't know if you watch Outlander, but that's all.
Yes. I've watched all of Outlander.
Oh, I love it. The new one's coming out the end of the month, I think.
Is it? Oh gosh, I'll have to get stars again.
I know. It's the last season. Well, anyway, we're going to take off. And Diana, you got anything coming up tomorrow? Are you doing your?
I'm on with you.
With Dreams, but are you doing the Akashic Records tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The Akashic Records.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything else the rest of this week, or maybe it is my week with Diane G. I can't remember. Things are running together. I've got appointments left and right. I got to go to H&R Block. I got to go get my teeth cleaned. I got to go get blood work done. I got to go do this. I got so, and the dog's got to get groomed. And it's Valentine's Day, so I'm buying myself chocolate.
Okay, Rossi. All right. So that's wonderful. And I'm going to be on at 6 o'clock Pacific, so that's 9 o'clock Eastern time. Letting Spirit Drive, or LSD. With Marina. I'm hosting. I'm hosting tonight. Song. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.